Good morning, Lincoln and Logan County. You're in the cheap seats. Josh Komnick along with the furniture guy, Jake.
Jake.
We are out here at the Merchants Building at the Logan County Fair, and we are joined, as always, by Jeff number 2. He is here and wanted to...
I wouldn't say he's here.
Well, he is in attendance. Hasn't left the fair since it started on Tuesday, I believe.
Yep.
Monday. And, no, he's got some... he's got some activities to get out and to welcome the crowd back out to the Merchants Building.
Thanks again, Josh and Jake Johnston. It's great to be on the cheap seats. Live Saturday morning sports show. What I want to do is encourage everyone to come out this morning from 9 to 10 as I have the prize wheel, and we're still making taking collections for the Community Action Partnership Food Pantry. So we're giving you 1 hour opportunity this morning to bring me at least 4 non-perishable food items right here to the Merchants Building. I'll let you spin the prize wheel. Had lots of folks last night between 6 and 8. Oh, and it's free admission right now, yeah, and parking and the whole bit. So come on out and see us. And don't forget to join myself and Big Daddy Jim for the Lincoln Country Morning Show tonight, live again from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. as I do my classic rock experience. And last night, like I said, we had a great crowd, receiving lots and lots of donations, and everyone's delighted with my fabulous prizes. So have a good show, guys. Come on out and see me and see the guys. And I think you have some nice guests lined up today, too.
Sounds good, number 2. Thanks for coming on and having the prize wheel. It's located just right across from us. I can almost touch it here. So number 2 is going to be out here till 10 o'clock, as we are, too, during the Cheap Seats program. And, Jake, before we get into all of these sports, before we get into the Cubs winners of 6 in a row, we are searching for that playoff spot. And I want to give a rundown of what's going on out here at the fair. This is Saturday, August the 6th, 8 a.m. The chili cook-off has started. I went by there and, man, get some good chili. Jake is already thinking about stopping by on his way out. 8 a.m., Department A, open beef, and Department H, beef show. 12 o'clock, the Downstate Classic Harness Racing is going to take place. 2 p.m., the talent contest. At 5 o'clock, the rides start. The rides will be open at 5 o'clock. At 5:30, the garden tractor pull starts, and then at 6:30, the main tractor pulls, the bigger tractor pull start for that. And, of course, the cash drawing. You must be in the grandstand seats to win. That's sponsored by SEFCU. That's going to go on tonight, so you've got a chance to get some dough while you're out watching the tractors.
I tell you, I was out here last night, Josh. Great crowd. Temperature was great. I mean, there was a lot of good things going on last night. Lone Star showing last night. I mean, just a real nice, enjoyable night here at the Logan County Fair.
Yeah, and it sounds like today's going to be relatively not so hot, and then tomorrow also. So some nice weather here for the last couple of days of the Logan County Fair. Jake, let's run into sports, and what I want to do to start the show, I've got a special guest coming in the second half hour of the show, so I want to get right to that trivia question, which we talked about early this morning.
Yeah.
And there was, it's part of a trivia that you don't really want to be a part of.
I would say not.
When you go hitless for this long of a time, that's not usually good on your confidence, batting average.
I tell you what, if a team's willing to hang on for you this long, it's got to do something for your ego, though.
Right, yeah, and they have. And this guy has had a streak, and he almost tied the record, and that was
Craig Counsell.
Craig Counsell, yes. Craig Counsell from the Milwaukee Brewers, who had a streak, was 0 for 45, and he broke that last night. But I need the record holder of a not-so-good record. Who has the record for the most at-bats without a hit? And that can only be for one team. He's only going to be playing for one team. There's some of them there that have played 2 teams, and it goes on for more than split years and all that kind of stuff. This was in one single season where this guy broke the record. I'll give you a hint. It was in 1909. So if you don't have to Google it, you're pretty good. So get on the computers. I had to, so go ahead and do it. Give us a call, 648-5510. 648-5510, since we're out here at the Merchants Building. So 648-5510. Who has the longest hitless streak in Major League Baseball? It happened in 1909, and this is not a pitcher. So you can't go after the pitchers or anything like that. This guy's a position player. And I'll even give you that he was a catcher. He was a catcher from 1909 era. Give us a call, 648-5510, and we will have a prize ready for you. Did you get it right away, Jake?
No. I thought for sure it would have been a Cubby.
Our 96.3 baseball guru couldn't get it, so it might take you some computer work. But give us a call, 648-5510, and right now we'll go through some of the scores of Major League Baseball that happened last night. And I can't say enough. I guess I'm excited about our 6-0 in the last 6 games for the Cubbies. They win another one, Cincinnati. Jake says too bad they're not playing Milwaukee.
Yeah. Well, you have to admit, even being a Cardinal fan, it's kind of exciting to see the Cubs doing something. Just because they're on TV usually during the day and the Cardinals aren't. So, but they're playing. Who are they playing right now? Cincinnati, right?
Right. Yeah, Cincinnati.
So that doesn't hurt my feelings much either. Cincinnati was about 8 games out right now, if I'm thinking right.
Yeah, so. The standings in that Central is Milwaukee's ahead 2.5 over the Cardinals, and then 7.5 back is Pittsburgh, and Cincinnati's 8 back. So.
I was going to say, Pittsburgh's kind of falling off.
Even after 6 in a row, the Cubs are still 14.5 back, so maybe that playoff spot is not reachable. But anyway, they're on 6.
Maybe the wild card.
Yeah, I don't think
not.
So. Probably not. 4-3, Cubbies were winner over the Reds. San Diego 15, Pittsburgh 5. Like you said, Jake, they've really fallen off here in the last 2 weeks. Atlanta 4, the Mets 1. St. Louis pulled out a close one last night, and a closer that I haven't been following the Cardinals that closely, but they pulled out a closer by the name of Lynn that sure helped out last night when they won 3-2.
I tell you, he's actually a starter from the minor leagues that was having a phenomenal year down AAA. Actually, that's 2 years in a row really for him. He's had a really nice year. They brought him up earlier in the year, gave him a spot start. He actually had a decent outing. Had that first-time jitters, too, so he started giving up some runs. They pulled him, and I think he actually ended up getting a win on that game. Well, lately they've been using him in the relief role. And last night they pulled him out as a closer. He was a little shaky letting guys get on base, but man, that guy he throws pretty much just a fastball, a couple different versions of a fastball, but he strikes guys out. I mean, there's late movement, and he nibbles on the corners and gets them out, not overpowering in any way.
Yeah, I think if anything that the Cardinals need, especially right now, is that bullpen help to try to get them into the playoffs. That was Milwaukee was a winner last night, 8-1 over Houston. Washington 5, Colorado 3. The Dodgers were a winner over Arizona 7-4, and Philadelphia still keeps on rolling. They won over San Fran 9-2.
Now, staying in the NL real quick, do you think there's any way that somebody other than the Atlanta Braves can take the wild card? Because Philadelphia's pretty much got locked up. Mm-hmm. So I'm looking at Atlanta. Atlanta's got a really nice record. I think they're about 62 wins, I'm thinking.
Yeah, they're 65-48 right now.
65, okay. Do you think there's a scenario where maybe Cardinals or Milwaukee can catch either one of them?
Doesn't look like it. Cardinals haven't been playing that well in the last week or week and a half. They're 60-53. So you look there's a 7-game spread between wins and losses, and the Braves are, what are you looking at, 5, almost 18.
Yeah.
So, or not 17. So they're going to have to do, the Braves would have to have a meltdown for them not to get into it, really. Here we're going into the American League. Toronto 5, Baltimore 4. The Yankees were a winner over Boston 3-2 in that heated rivalry. Tampa Bay 8, Oakland 4. Chicago White Sox 5, Minnesota 3. Texas was a winner over Cleveland 8-7. Detroit 4, Kansas City 3, and the Angels 1 and Seattle 0. So it looks like, of course, you've got that Yankees and Boston. They're basically going to battle it out for that spot. Boston's behind them 1 game. Detroit's up 3 games over Cleveland in that Central in the American League, and Texas and the Angels are still battling out. The Angels just won back in that division. Phillies, Jake, are going to win the East easily. The Central's going to be close, and the West is just not very good either. But that's going to be close, too, because Arizona's just a half a game back in San Fran.
Well, in San Fran with that pitching, all they have to do is get there. If they can get there and, they've got that pitching staff that, to be honest, they can compete real well with Philadelphia or whoever else is in there. Right now, though, I tell you, Milwaukee's they're a fun team to watch right now, I watched them playing the Cardinals in the last weekend, and just enjoyable to watch a younger team enjoying to play the game and trying to play it the right way. It's just kind of fun to watch once in a while.
Well, that Cardinals-Milwaukee series had a lot of playoff implications, like a playoff series, really. Both teams were going after it harder than normally when you play in the regular season. So
big sellout crowds in Milwaukee, which is fun to see. I've been to Milwaukee a few times. It's a really nice stadium. They're enjoying that, and, it's a good run by Milwaukee. Their only problem so far this year has been getting wins on the road.
Sounds good. Well, that's going to wrap up Major League Baseball for right now, but I want to give that trivia question out real quick before we take a quick commercial break. Who is the player that has the record for the longest hitless streak, I guess? As we talked about, not a streak that you want to be a part of, but that happened in 1909, and he was a catcher. And we'll even give it Brooklyn Dodgers.
Brooklyn Dodgers.
We can't give you any more hints for these 2 tickets to box seats tonight.
Google that.
For the tractor pull. 2 box seats for the tractor pull tonight. That's what we're giving away. If you can call in 648-5510 with the correct answer, who had the longest hitless streak in Major League Baseball. Craig Counsell almost broke it, but thank goodness for him. He got a hit last night. He was only 1 for 45 now. This guy was a little bit worse. So give us a call, 648-5510. You got 2 tickets to the grandstand, actually box seats to the grandstand tonight for the tractor pull. Hey, we're going to take a quick commercial break, pay some bills here. We'll be back. You're in the Cheap Seats, 96.3 FM and WLC. Here at the Logan County Fair, Merchants Building. You're in the Cheap Seats. Josh Komnick, along with the furniture guy, Jake Johnston. I forgot that T in there.
We kept the T there.
Johnston.
Thank goodness on the way in here today I stopped by a little stomping spot there with the old Buzzin' Bean. Goodness, they hooked me up really well with a espresso coffee.
Got you going early in the morning?
Getting me going. First thing in the morning.
Hey, want to give some quick props to Louis Schonauer, former Railer and Lincoln College Lynx. He's a 2-time junior college national champion on the basketball team. He signed a letter of intent to attend Nova Southeastern on Monday. He did that. Nova Southeastern is a Division II school and competes in the Sunshine State Conference and is located in Davie, Florida. Louis carried a near 4.0 GPA at Lincoln College.
Wow.
And plans to major in sports management. So Louis heading down to
sunny Florida,
better weather, and
it's hot.
Yeah, it's really hot. But
nice.
But yeah, good school, and Louis is a good kid. Comes from a good family and a good basketball player. Has really worked himself.
That's not a bad fit.
No, pretty thing. I mean, I'd like to do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sounds good. So some big props to Louis, and we'll definitely follow him through his years there, a couple of years at Davie, Florida at Nova Southeastern. Hey, I want to give that quick trivia question again. Who has the longest hitless streak ever in the Major League Baseball? It happened in 1909, and he was a catcher, and he played for the Brooklyn Dodgers. I can't give you any more hints because that's all I got. So all I need is the name. You don't even have to tell me how many at-bats he had before he could get a hit. So give us a call, 648-5510, 648-5510, and Paula will get you hooked up and sent through. So give us a call. We'll take that trivia. And Jake, more going on in sports. We've got the Hall of Fame football coming up, and I wanted to ask you a question. There's, 7 guys, I think, going in on, was it today or tomorrow? I think it's today.
Yeah.
Going in. But some of the more recent guys that we've seen, you and I seen, maybe even people, the listeners seen, you've got Falk, you've got Dent, who, of course, with Dub Airs, Shannon Sharp, and Deion Sanders. I wanted to ask you a question. In your expert analysis, who was the most dominant out of those 4 guys?
Well, I'm going to have to throw it out there to Richard Dent, the most dominant defensive lineman in the history of the game. No, actually, I like Marshall Falk on that one. Yeah. I like Richard Dent. Richard Dent, to be honest, disrupted offensive lines for many years and was absolutely dominant. Deion Sanders, he could go out there and pretty much pick it from anybody. And run it back on kickoffs, whatnot, and it had a lot of flash and flamboyance. But Marshall Falk just got the job done day in, day out with anything offensive.
Hey, real quick before I give my less than expert analysis on who I think is the most dominant. We've got a caller. Caller, you're in the cheap seats. Hold on one second.
You still
we lost you. Go ahead. Give us a call back, caller. We had you there for a second. Give us a call back, 648-5510, if you got the answer to that trivia question. But I would say Falk, too, just because I think offense, we hear more about it. You see it more on TV. You know, Shannon Sharp was great. You remember Deion Sanders playing a football game and then flying that night, going to a playoff game for the Braves. I mean, what an athlete and things like that. But I'm going to have to go with Marshall Falk also. He was pretty elusive. Yeah, pretty tough to tackle.
He could catch it out of the backfield. One of the best receiving running backs in the history of the NFL as well. He was a hell of a blocker as well whenever they called him on to do that. I mean, he pretty much could do anything in the game. And it's amazing 3 of these guys are now announcers.
Yeah, so they also know what they're talking about and can talk. So, hey, caller, we got a caller. He's back. Go ahead. And we lost him again.
I see.
Lost the phone and went dead again.
That sounded like the right answer. I'm not gonna lie.
Does it?
Sounds like it to me.
We might give you the
default.
Give you the tickets just for trying, and we can't get you through. But still, would like to hear that answer. 648-5510 as we go through some more of the things here happening in sports. Kathleen Hepler finished 15th place in the PGA Junior Girls Championship in Fort Wayne, Indiana. A recent guest in the cheap seats. So. We want to say congratulations.
I think there was about 45. Is there 45 in the field?
Yeah, I think so. So another great finish there for Kathleen Hepler. Also, caller, go ahead, call in. I think we got it figured out now. Sorry, we're getting thrown off here a little bit, but give us a call, 648-5510. We think we've got it figured out. While we're waiting for that call, Tiger is back in PGA for a lengthy vacation, and he's back, and he's got some rust, Jake.
Yeah. Well, anytime, just like me, I played earlier this week, actually for the first time this year.
You had rust?
I had rust. It was amazing. Probably not the same kind of rust, I'm guessing. He's working on his game, and I'm just trying to hit the ball straight. Good. So, but no, it absolutely was. He's like 15 back or something right now. It's not looking like the Tiger we know, but he's trying a new swing, I guess, trying to take some of the pressure off his knees. So we'll see how that works out. He's got a new caddy and everything with him, so we'll see how that all goes.
Well, yeah, and for the Tiger fans, and I guess for me too, it helps that he's playing, or I will watch. If he's really not playing, I don't watch too much without Tiger. Caller, hold on. Go ahead, you're in. Try it one more time, caller. Go ahead. Are you there, caller? Okay, we can't hear you. Now there's no...
I think I should just text you.
I don't know if he's got my number, but he probably will if he doesn't get through again. So, thanks for calling, and we'll get a hold of... try and get a hold of you if you can get a name and tell Paul back at the station so we can get those tickets to you regardless of the...
Good times.
Of the correct answer, but... Hey, Jake, we're going to take a quick commercial break here. Before we do that, we're going to run down a couple of our sponsors. Of course, the Furniture Guy, Jake's Furnishing, is located at 1100 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln, open 7 days a week. Phone 735-1212 or go online to jakesfurnishings.com. Jim Grimaldi, attorney at law. Call 217-651-8089. The Christian Village, the area's leader for senior living and healthcare services. Phone 732-2189 for a tour. Rail Splitter Veterinary Wellness Center, located at the corner of Route 10 and Route 121 in Lincoln. Phone 732-5700. The new Lincoln Speedway, located right here at the Logan County Fairgrounds. Calls 217-735-1833 for schedule and race time. Stacy's Family Pharmacy, Lincoln's only independently owned and operated pharmacy. Phone 732-1972 and St. Clair's Manor. Their team's dedication is what makes them special. Phone 735-1507. Jake, we've got to take a quick commercial break, but when we come back, we have a special guest and first time on the cheap seats as a Lincoln High School regular football coach, Coach McDonald. We'll be back here in the cheap seats in a couple minutes. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We're out here at the Merchants Building at the Logan County Fair. You're in the cheap seats. Josh Komnick, the Furniture Guy, Jake Johnston, 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com.